Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. In this video, I will show you the next price targets for Ethereum, and not only that, but how biased the bottom trend lines are. Before we begin, do not forget to join our monthly subscription, Patreon/Mind Your Crypto. You will learn many things through educational videos. You will trade easily and take easy profits. Just click on Patreon/Mind Your Crypto in the description box or in the comment section down below. And of course, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day. Let's start right now with Ethereum against USDT. So what I want to tell you about the first minutes of the video is that how biased the bottom trend lines are. And I will show you a very nice example of it. So let's say that you are on the 4-hour frame for Ethereum against USDT chart and you want manually to draw some important support levels. So what would you do right here, for example, is that you would go from this low, right? And eventually you would just connect all the bottoms. If you had to connect the two lower lows, it would be like this. But most importantly, if you had to connect the bottoms and the closes of the candlestick, it would be like this. So therefore we closed one here, two there, and the third time we couldn't close above. Okay, so you would assume right now that with this bottom trend line that we had all those closes, okay, now we lost it. Okay, so this 4-hour frame was bearish enough to just tell that Ethereum is possibly going to go down into the next few hours. But look at that. If you go down to the 1-hour frame, then you will realize how wrong you were, because in the 1-hour frame the bottom trend line is around here. Look at that, from this bottom, okay, connecting all the closes, and we didn't close below right here. Instead, we found a nice buying pressure. So which one do you suggest that it is the right one? Is this the 4-hour frame or is this the 1-hour frame? That's why I do not, and I actually kind of despise the bottom trend lines that many people draw manually. They are so biased that even when you perfectly draw it, in another time frame, it might be different. So what am I suggesting right now? It is to stick to the Fibonacci support levels, to the pitchfork support levels, and use the tools. Also, please go to the daily frame, and there you can find much more information that you would find anywhere else. Okay, so right now for Ethereum against USDT chart, I would assume that the 4-hour frame is the correct one. I'm seeing bearish RSI divergences right here on the daily frame. I am seeing the commodity channel index in a way overbought. I'm seeing a correction going on. I'm seeing Bitcoin struggling so much. So I would assume personally that the 4-hour frame is closer to the truth. I would assume personally that this line here is closer to the truth. But what I would do personally is that I would draw a very nice tool, the one called the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, from the bottom to the top to find major support levels, and look at the top one right here. This was a fake out. Okay, and you can see that for me the most important line right now is the 1478. Holding this line for quite some time for Ethereum is good, and it should mean that if we do not lose this line, then we are having many chances into seeing maybe a higher target. But at the end of the day, given all the circumstances, given the fact that we were making huge bearish RSI divergence kicking off all the time, I would assume that Ethereum has more chances into closing below the 1478 and going back to 1374. Okay, so right now, yeah, I would think that Ethereum has more chances to go further down, but as long as we were holding this line, for example, let's say I would buy right here, I wouldn't sell the position. Instead, I would have a take profit at around 1478, or else I would just move my stop loss, which would be now a stop win, up to 1478, right? So eventually, if we had to cross below right here or to close below, whatever you want, okay, then I would take my profits if I had bought here, okay, and I would just take the profits out and let the market decide. However, right now, this is why the bottom trend lines are so biased. And if you see people drawing many bottom trend lines in different directions, so I'm going to draw that, I'm going to draw this is good, this is bad. Okay, please stay away. Avoid drawing so many bottom and top trend lines. Okay. There are some times that bottom and top trend lines are working perfectly fine. Some other times they are not. They are totally biased, and most people are using biased bottom and top trend lines. So I would have in my mind these targets right here for Ethereum, and of course I would have the support level of around 1374. Then I would go back here down, and I would say that yeah, these are the most important support levels right here, the 1272, okay, to 1291. This huge support level area is the most important one. In case Ethereum would go down here, then what I would do personally is I would buy a chunk, right? I would buy a chunk right here because there is a very high possibility that once we go down there, then we go up. And why I'm saying about these support levels, it is because of BTC against USDT chart right here in the 4-hour frame, and on the daily frame, it doesn't look so good. It looks to me like it wants to retest these levels down and maybe even further down. So that's why I'm having more support levels for Ethereum. But Bill, if we close above the 1.62, then we talked about what will happen. Ethereum would go even higher to the 1.7 to 1.8k, but at the end of the day we didn't do that. Instead, we found huge sell pressure, and that's why yesterday I told you we need to close above and not to cross the line. Okay, these are different conditions. If you cross, then you just buy, but if you wait for the close, then you have a better view, you minimize the risk, and it is better in the 1-day frame. Anyway, 1374 USDT, the major support level, 1478, another very huge support level that if we do not close below that, then we are still bullish. But at the end of the day, I see more bearish things than bullish things, unfortunately, for Ethereum, for BTC, and for other altcoins as well. So stick to the targets. Use this method right here. I think that you should be avoiding longing the positions right now, and look at how biased the bottom and the top trend lines are. Avoid people using them extensively into their trading right there. Okay, and of course, thank you for watching. Do not forget to join our monthly subscription. You can find the link in the description box and in the comment section down below, and see you soon with many more videos. Bye.